True metallic metal paints are a game changer for the Stormcast. Today we do Astral Templars. Hello fellow of the blue and welcome to my channel and welcome to TMM, a series of videos to showcase the absolutely amazing new true metallic metal paints from Vallejo. And what better subject than the amazing Stormcast Eternals. Today I wanted to showcase a different Storm host, and since purple is amazing, I am painting Astral Templars. Go and check Vallejo's website in the description to see their amazing range of paints and tools like true metallic metal, the focus of today's video. And now, let's get cracking! As you can see, we're starting from a base coat of rusty metal airbrush, and the first step is going to do a sort of a zenithal highlight using again my airbrush and a 50-50 mix of rusty metal airbrush and amethyst purple airbrush. The idea is to leave a subtle shading of rusty metal in the lower facing surfaces. This will be really subtle, and if you just want to do an all over layer, you can do that and you don't even have to use the airbrush. You can just use the base versions of rusty metal and amethyst purple. As I said, 1:1 ratio will get you there. But because I have an airbrush, why not use it? With that base coat done, and again, you don't have to do the zenithal if you don't want to, I'm going to shade this. And the shade is going to do a couple things, because right now he looks too pink. I like this desaturated pink, I think looks amazing, but we need to make it more magenta. And for that, I'm going to go straight to a red shade. I'm going to use ruby red shade to shade this. But because I want to apply a little bit more of a complex highlighting into this model, I want to tone the shine of the metals a little bit, ironically. I'm going to use a mix of 3 parts ruby red shade and 2 parts express medium. Express medium is really matte, so this is going to tone down the shininess of the metal, but hopefully not too much. And as you can see, that red shade over the desaturated pink brings it up into a really nice crimson magenta color that I think it's pretty much bang on for Astral Templars. This is just my initial shading. I'm going to do a lot more of a targeted shade later on, but if you want to use this for your army painting, I suggest you do 2 layers of this and then your highlights. The wash is now completely dry and we have a really cool metallic dark magenta, which is exactly what I wanted, but I want to give a little bit more contrast and a little bit more shading, and for that I'm going to use the same mix I used for my initial overall shade, and I'm going to use it to apply a little bit more shading, but this time targeted to exactly what I wanted. I'm going to apply my shade, clean the brush and feather it out. I'm going to do this all over the model until I am happy with the final result. I finished the extra shading and it's time to go back to our highlights. And for this I'm going to start with the same mix but using the base versions of the paints. This is 1 part rusty metal base and 1 part amethyst purple base. This will give us this incredibly lovely desaturated magenta. I'm going to use this to do a thick edge highlight across the whole model. This will reinforce our natural highlights that were there present. If we really want, we can thin this mix down into a glaze consistency, something like that, and apply some glazes towards the top of the panels. Just look at the chest, how incredibly metallic and shiny it looks. It's pretty amazing with just 1 highlight. Now it's time for our next highlight, which will be a mix of 1 part ruby red light and 1 part amethyst purple light. The reason I'm using this instead of, let's just say, crimson magenta light is because it's, again, a little bit desaturated, which is exactly what I want. And I'm going to focus this on the main source of light. So for example, here in the middle of the chest and the main edges of the armor. I'm going to be very sparse with this and not put it too much on the flat surfaces and volumes. Just for example, a little bit on this main highlight on the shoulder pad, for example, stuff like that. And with all that done, it's time to move to the final highlight, which is going to be a mix of 2 parts sterling silver light, 1 part ruby red light, and 1 part amethyst purple light. So basically, just do a 50-50 mix of your previous highlight and sterling silver light. I'm just going to use this to increase the level of the highlights up to what I would consider to be pure white for this paint job. Before I do the rest of the metallic details, I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of a chipping to the armor because it wasn't grimdark enough for me. So what I'm going to do is go through the colors, starting with the base color here. This is the base mix. And I'm going to do some chipping here and there all across the armor. Just adding some dots and some random scratches here and there. This will do a couple of things. First is going to add some texture, which is always lovely. But most importantly, it's going to add, some visual interest and some grim darkness and some, it's going to make him look a bit more used and grimy and nice. Because I love the color, but I think it's looking a little bit too boring right now. Of course, I'm not going to stop with this color. I will do the whole model with this. I'm also going to use the highlight for this. So keep on doing the same thing, but with my highlight color. Try to do these scratches and this weathering as thin as you can, because a smaller chip will make the model feel larger. It's all about scale. Also, with this weathering, if you do it when you do the normal highlighting, it's easier to blend things. As I always say, there is no crime that can't be hidden using some weathering. But I kind of like how much visual interest a little bit of chipping does to this guy. All of the weathering on the armor is done, and let me tell you, I am much happier now. It really changed my perception of how this model was going to look. I wasn't very confident, I will be honest with you. But now I am. I think that really nailed down the aesthetic that I was looking for. And now, let's talk about the other bits. All of the steel bits are base coated using obsidian black base, and all of the gold details are base coated using a 50-50 mix of rusty metal base and aged metal base. So, I want to start with the gold now, because, well, I am like a child and I need immediate satisfaction of seeing the armor finished. And I'm going to do things differently. I'm starting with my highlights. What I'm doing in these videos is basically experimenting with you in real time to find the best approach to working with these paints, because they are a new medium and we need to learn. So I'm going to change things constantly. For the highlights, I'm going to use greenish gold light. I know I'm using a lot of colors, but again, I want to go for a certain aesthetic. And I think greenish gold light is the perfect highlight color, but I think greenish gold base was probably a bit too saturated for my look. So I'm just going to go with this and apply my highlights. In some places the highlights is going to be just an edge highlight, like there on the bottom of the dagger, but in some surfaces I'm going to apply this all over, like there for example. I think this combo of colors is fantastic for a really desaturated cold gold look. I'm not going to take into account any of the small details like the rivets, not at this point. I will probably take care of those later. Right now I'm just interested in picking up the volumes, the general highlights. If I need to do some blending, like on the trim, I'm going to do a 50-50 mix of the light, of the greenish gold light, and our base coat. If you want the exact ratios, that would be something like 2 parts greenish gold light, 1 part rusty metal base, and 1 part aged metal base. With that highlight done, I'm going to move into the next highlight, and I'm going to use this in 2 different places. I'm going to use sterling silver vase as my final highlight for the gold, but also I'm going to use it as my first highlight on the steel. And we could use just the basic, the sterling silver light as my final highlight for the gold, but I kind of like this grayish look instead of a pure white. That way it's also making a little bit more different, and it also makes it easier to differentiate it from the pink armor, which has that white highlight. With that highlight done, it's time to shade both metals using the same color. I'm going to use Arcane Gold shade. Yes, I know I'm using a lot of colors, you know me. And I'm going to use this to shade both colors, but I'm going to mix it 50-50. So 1 part Arcane Gold shade with 1 part Express Medium to reduce the shininess and give us a little bit more of a grimdarky look. For the most part, what I'm going to do is apply this as a recess shade. So this might take a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be worth the effort. I chose Arcane Gold because it has a brownish hue that I think is going to look amazing. And it's going to serve to shade both colors. On things like the blades, for example, I'm just going to apply it all over the lower facing sides, just like that. If I want to add some shading towards on the brighter parts, I will apply it and feather it out. Or if you're not confident with that technique, just glaze it. And as my last step, I'm going to add some rust to the gold just to emphasize that grimdarkiness. And for that I'm going to use Vallejo's Game Color Special Effects Green Rust. Just adding this around the rivets and that kind of stuff. I'm going to apply it and then feather it out a little bit so it's not too strong or too obvious. Just a touch of Verdigris on the gold / brass details. I just apply it and then go back with my clean brush and just spray it out. I will probably go back later with my highlight colors, but for the most part, this is the final step. Have I ever told you that Hammers of Sigmar are very cute for a Stonehost? Oh, and Hollow Knights are cute too, in an annoying sort of way. Everybody's cute, even me. But in purple, I'm stunning. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that if you like my videos and want to help me make them, you can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below and in the pinned comment of this video. Share and like this video, but most importantly, there is Patreon and channel members. Patrons and members allow me to do all the cool videos that I want to make, and most importantly, they allow me to keep releasing videos for free here on YouTube. Perks include access to an amazing Discord community full of lovely people, access to many more Patreon exclusive videos, and also private one-on-one online classes. Help me in join the list of the coolest persons in the planet, including Third Phase Studios, 9 World 1 Horses, Adam Carroll, Adam Thaxton, Agon David, Al, Alejandro Gomez Rueda, Andy, Andrei Pavel, Andrei Michensko, Angelos Alexiou, Anthony Harrell, Antoine Darbon, Arjet Lam, Arjuna, Avery Swanson, Bartosz Badensky, Benjamin Seguin, Big Beer 83, Bob Landrich, Bransky, Chase, Charles Armintas, Chris G, Chris Lewis, Chris Padmore, Christophe Moret, Christopher Cureton, Christopher Waterford, Kieran O'Murthail, Copper, Cristalios, Dan Mako, Dana Jatsia, Daniel Pitch, Daniel Ramin, Darcy Farrar, Dave Griffiths, David Smith, Derek Dunbar, Dr. Cathaver, Dr. V, Emily Queen Sloth, Emeron Stewart, Felix Franke, Fergal, Philip Hueca, Francis Harbord, Gareth Smith, Gary Hewitt, G-Force, Heath Hathaway, Howard Holdville, Hyde Anderson, Ian, Jacob Morris, Jake Staines, James Adams, Jan, Jason Lantrip, Jason Weber, Javi Mota, Jay Jones, Jave Wenkel, Jimmy McL, John W, John Shute, Jorge Pardo Serrano, Justin May, Just Rex, Carl Jones, Kevin Marshall, Kevin Sulars, Killaman21, Lafarel, Renal Lindemann, Lugubrious Canhol, Mad Max, Mailbox 2112, Manuel Martinez Lavin, Mark Jarvis, Matt Watson, Marcus Bessa, Mateus Babiuk, Matt Wallace, Matthew Lang, Matthew McClellan, Michael Bro, Michael Holtz, Mick, Nasser Luta, Netius Maximus, Nicholas David, One Gnarly Dude, Oscar Jonathan Thornberg, Pablo Cuesta, Painted by Tainted, Palas Cat, Phil Boinsk, Rand Username, Richard St. Pierre, Robert Fuller, Rory Clean, Ryan Horkins, Sheen, Sebastian A, Speaker Dad, Spicy Joe, Square Wave, Stavros, Stephen K, Stephen Witoek, Tyrek, Terry Denham, 3Gs, Tomás, Tomoso Quinoso, Tyler Hughes, Venture, Seth27, Soil CFET, Oscar Serain Bebia, and Stephen Zimmerman. And as for me, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!